You're tuned in to iLLANOiZE Radio, Chicago's most valuable radio show. I'm your host, Biko, alongside Pretty Ride and Illinois Jones. And as always, we bring you all the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today, we got the homie J-Hop in the building.
Yo. Hey.
I didn't tell you, did I?
Nah, we all good. Somehow I think we used to that. You feel me?
Wait, from St. Louis to Chicago.
What side of St. Louis you from?
Man, North County area, you know, like Hazelwood, Florissant area, so, you know, county suburbs type spot, so it's decent.
Okay, you said county suburbs type spot. Okay. I mean, I don't know much about the area, so, you know, let the people know about your area.
You know, hardworking class people, you know, primarily, you know, black, but we got some, you know, we got a little sprinkle here and there between everybody though, but yeah, it's just a lot of people just trying to just establish themselves, take themselves to the next level, what it's doing, where we, you know, we have athletes, you know, different musicians and stuff like that, so yeah, this is a hardworking area of people trying to get to it.
Do you feel like there's a lot of like talent in St. Louis, but it just has no spotlight?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's everywhere. It's just, you know, certain cities, you know, just I think have more resources available. And, you know, there's a lot of people who may be talented, but just don't know how to put it all together yet. And you kind of just need, you know, some people to kind of just show artists like how to hone their skills, you know what I'm saying? Like iron sharpens iron. So, you know, you got to just be around like-minded people that just are trying to just trying to do better, you know what I'm saying?
What's the biggest like challenges you've been facing being an artist out of, you know, the Lou?
I think my story's a little bit different because, like, I pretty much developed a lot of my skills in terms of music when I was at Mizzou. So, like, we kind of made our name there. You know, I was working with a lot of people from Chicago at the time. So once I left there, it was kind of just reestablishing myself back in St. Louis and when the landscape had changed. You know, after you kind of, like, develop your skill, you're not going to make it out of Columbia, Missouri. Like, that's not happening. So, you know, coming back to St. Louis after and just seeing how the landscape changed, kind of just trying to gather my footing and just see how to navigate through that space, especially when, like I said, most of the people I've worked with have always been from Chicago. So, you know.
That's dope that you've even, you know, created a bridge and a network from St. Louis to Chicago. Like, how did you, we going to get back to St. Louis, but how did you even, like, build and bridge that gap for yourself?
Yeah, I was just the lucky, I was in the dorm spot I was in, and when I was at Columbia, just, I just happened to be around a lot of Chicago people who just happen to do music. So, like, Charles Lost introduced me to, like, everybody, like, you know, the Femdots, the Young 99s, the Ohana Band. So, like, I met all of them, like, super early when I was super not ready to be, like, I wasn't good enough. Like, I was not able to compete with them boys at all at the time. Like, so it was a lot of growing pains just developing really fast around them. So, yeah, I really just tapped in with Charles Lost super heavy. We was just, you know, he was a hop, skip, and a jump to his dorm. So, you know, we over there. Then when Ohana Band, when he stayed in Mizzou for the year, I'm taking his mic hostage for like a week at a time. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be stuff like that, just developing your skill set like that, and then doing shows together, and eventually living together, rooming together and stuff. Then just making trips to Chicago back and forth from Mizzou together, and just, you know, building that camaraderie together.
Was it intimidating being around so many artists that were more established? Because you just said you couldn't keep up with them, and a lot of artists won't even say that about themselves. So was it intimidating, and if it was, like, how did you overcome that?
I wouldn't say it was intimidating. I'm a competitor. Like, I like to compete. So, you know, when I see people better than me, I have a lot of belief in myself. So I'm going to go in, and if you know, while everybody else might be doing something else, I'm going to work on the craft. You know, I'm going to try to hone my craft as best I can, and you know, it's a lot easier to get better when you're not as good yet. It's like when you're playing Call of Duty, it's easy to go from level 1 to 10. It's hard to go from level 69 to 70, prestige. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where it was at. It was just a fast learning curve, and just being humble with yourself and being willing to listen and, you know, take advice from, like, the people around me.
So when did you start making music? Was it at Mizzou or was it before? When did you?
Yeah, it was at Mizzou. Like, in high school, you know, I messed around with it, you know. It started off kind of like a poetry thing that kind of like a lot of people do, where it kind of turns into writing raps, but not really want to let people know that you're writing them until you kind of feel, you know, because everybody wants to rap. So I really probably didn't start recording for real until, like, I got up with, like, Charles Lost and got up with, like, Ohana Band. Man.
Was that freshman year, sophomore?
That was like my sophomore year, for real. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
yeah.
I mean, even speaking on Mizzou in general, like, What'd you go to Mizzou for? And like, did you land a degree or anything?
Yeah, we Gucci. Yeah, finance.
Gotta count that money.
Real. I know you got paper cuts on them fights.
Look, he gotta know what's coming in, what's going out,
Yeah,
where to put it.
We took all them classes to figure out you like rapping, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Mizzou was a good space to just we honed our craft. I met all my lifelong friends there. A lot of people I'm still working with music to this day. So yeah, it was dope.
That's dope to hear. Look, you're looking for a financial advisor. Look at here, J-Hop got you covered. Musically and with the finances. We got some music loaded up from you, my brother. It's called Stargazing.
Sir.
Break down this record for everybody.
Man, this was a record I fake made recently with a new producer named Wallace Lake, also from St. Louis and lives in Chicago too. He sent me a crazy beat pack, and this is probably one like the few songs I probably ever made where I didn't say an expletive on the whole song. So shout out to bro for finding a way to make me do that. That's rare.
Shout out to yourself too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The iLLANOiZE app is available now on Apple and Google Play Store. Download the app, get the latest news, stream our podcasts, watch interviews, and listen to iLLANOiZE Radio live. Download the app right now.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Right, and I'm sitting pretty, starting riots right here on iLLANOiZE Radio. I got my brothers, Illinois Jones and Biko in the building with me. And today we got all the way from St. Louis, J-Hop in the building.
Yo.
So before the break, we talked about you majored in finance. So something popped up in my head over the break. So considering you majored in finance, do you feel like you have an advantage when it comes to like contractual things and like royalties? Like, do you have a better understanding of deals and things just because you were in the finance industry or you learned about it?
I mean, yeah, it's a different sector. Like the part I was in was more like the general, then you have like the entertainment lawyers, the entertainment contracts. Like it's like when you can kind of understand the language a little bit, but you can't speak it fluently. Like if I have a contract, I'm still need to get a lawyer. Like
right.
It's but as far as in comparison to just of any artist in general, like probably like definitely more knowledgeable about it than just like the average artist who didn't have the opportunity to study that. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely. You can't get too honoring in yourself and think that you just know everything, and because it's still some jargon in these contracts. It's just outlandish. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Have you had any like contracts or deals thrown your way?
Yeah, I have before. Unfortunately, like when you're still coming up and trying to figure things out, you're still trying to gain your leverage to get things in the best way possible. Like now, a lot of labels, a lot of different independent labels, they want artists to be very much established and to be honest, at the time when I was getting some of the contracts I had, I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready artistically. I didn't have the direction of things I wanted to go, and so that gives you opportunity to be taken advantage of. So I wanted to keep building with the team around me, you know what I'm saying, keep developing the sound, and it's starting to pay off now. We still have some things on the table, some people talking to us on the table now, but yeah, just hopefully those things play out, and you got to do what's best for yourself at the end of the day. So
when you say you wasn't ready, was that more of a personal thing? Like you decided that you weren't ready to take that step, or was it like feedback you got from labels and stuff?
No, I think it was primarily, I think it's a little bit of both. When you see certain contract numbers that they give you, your entertainment lawyers telling you like, hey, this looks terrible. Like it's obviously they don't believe in you as much as, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then it's like, just looking back, reflecting, you make the best artistry when you can be honest about yourself. So I really need to take a look in the mirror and be like, what I need to do better, and that's how you grow and get better. So I look back to some of the stuff now, I can't even listen to it. It's just, but now the stuff I'm making, I'm truly proud of it, and it's doing a lot of the things that it needs to do. So it's just showing that, God was on time for this one. The time is aligning right now.
So how long have you been rapping?
Rapping, just in terms of writing and stuff, I'd probably say since like 2011, 2012. But I didn't start probably recording my with people and stuff till like 2014. So, yeah.
What was that first like studio session like for you?
It was intimidating. I'm not gonna lie, it was intimidating. I was in the rooms with some heavy hitters out the gate, and we over at Soundscape Studios, everybody's trying to get their money right and stuff. 12-hour session, trying to split up between 4 or 5 people. You better not go over your time, my boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be on the clock. So just seeing how fast the parts move and, trying to catch up to that game speed. Took some time, but you know, the best way to learn how to do it is just throwing yourself in there and playing the game. You know, so.
For sure. So you're J-Hop. I sound like you a hooper.
Yeah.
Sound like you a nigga that could jump over. Sound like a nigga that could jump out the gym.
Man, it's crazy. The hops is gone. Like I don't know what happened.
Did you have them?
For a little minute, yeah. For a little minute,
Okay.
like high school, I could get up there. I wasn't poking nobody. I was too small, like. Okay. But I could get up there. I'll block your shot though.
Okay.
I'll send some people bigger. I'll block your shot. I put some power forwards in some
tough situations,
some uncomfortable situations.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
you about what a PG?
Huh?
You about like a point guard?
Oh yeah, and I was way smarter.
He was the one.
Yeah, for sure.
You look like I can see you as the one. I can see you running. I can see you running.
If they did that turnaround, that fadeaway in the post, I might come behind that and block that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That drop step, I'm gonna get that too.
Okay. So what did the name J-Hop like? Where does that come from?
So first name starts with a J.
Okay.
Last name has a hop in it.
Okay. I like
it. And then the hyphen is just there for copyright purposes. It was nice to have the hyphen.
Okay. Hey, listen. Okay. I dig the hyphen.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Hov got a hyphen.
Yeah.
Look,
hey, you got all the J's. All the J's, you need one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look, it's definitely a good aesthetic to have.
Yeah, for sure.
It definitely works out. I actually wanted to go back to finances one time. Like, what really led you to, going for a financial degree at Mizzou?
Like money. Like that was like, I know it just sound like a joke, but just primarily just I was always good with numbers, and so it just started to make sense. Like, rap was starting to become a thing, and I was kind of like losing my way a little bit in terms of like what just made sense for me to do in terms of being at school. So it kind of just aligned more with the values I had at the time to just go into that. Plus, already having a strong, knowledge of just numbers in general. Like I was like a quick math type kid.
5 times 5.
25.
Damn.
Get your goof ass.
You could at least have something outrageous like 192 times 77 or some shit.
I
You
said
talking
5 times
about
5. Savion and look, Biko could ask right. I thought I was a shit in first grade when I could do that one.
Nah, I was always like the kid. If we would go out to eat, my dad would be like, hey, Jordan, tell me what I told my whole name on the radio.
Listen,
Ain't nobody gonna catch it.
Oh, damn.
They gonna run it.
But yeah, like, my dad would always be like, hey, tell me what the tip's supposed to be if it's gonna be 20%, and I would just boom, like, just.
That's a good way to train them.
Calculator, okay.
Shout out to Pops.
So it was just, as you're trying to just figure out your way in college, it's like, a lot of people early changing their degrees all the time, and it's just, it seemed like you're getting bombarded with a lot of things, trying to rap and trying to do this now. You got girls, you trying to, you away for the first time. It's just a lot going on. So just, you kind of want to find something that kind of brings you at peace and kind of just makes life just a little easier. And that kind of just aligned more with what I had going on. So,
and that's good to hear, because it's a lot of college students that could definitely utilize the info you just shared, as far as like how you just said, a lot of people switch up their degrees. Mm-hmm. So I mean, before we get into a music break, actually share something with the college students or people, some with the public that's interested in going to college, getting that degree. Share something with them that at least help motivate them.
Man,
that's how you feel. Do it.
Yeah. As someone, a lot of us, we went off to college and lost our mind the first year. So just try to stay focused, build those good habits in high school. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if college isn't for you, it doesn't have to be for you, but do something. You got to find something that keeps you moving and keeps you motivated. You know what I'm saying? You got to find something that keeps the ball rolling for you. You can't waste time. It's, we had COVID. We had all these different things going on. You cannot waste time. And as someone who's wasted time before, you don't get that back, and you just lost out on a lot of knowledge you could have gained, whether it's through college or whether you're teaching yourself on your own. But just make sure you just stay focused and build the good habits now.
Make sure to check out the iLLANOiZE playlist, in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Yo, what's good? It's the one and only Illinois Jones, and right now you're tuned in to the dopest thing to hit the street since crack cocaine.
Ow.
Yeah, you know how we rocking and rolling. Got my boy J Hop in the building. Yeah. He from the Show Me State. You show him 7, he showed you 8.
Hey, man.
Y'all didn't think I was gonna know that though. Yeah. I know the culture down there.
Oh,
you know,
my God.
I'm familiar with what's popping in my Midwest region. You hear me?
Real.
So like, you know, being from St. Louis, you have people who led and created the path for y'all like Nelly, the St. Lunatics, Keywan, Murphy Lee, and Ali, guys like that. Y'all didn't think I knew their names like that anyway, but I did. I had the St. Lunatics album, Welcome Home City Spud.
I definitely had Country Grammar.
I had Country Grammar too, and I had the St. Lunatics album, Free City.
What's the one?
That was the
It
best
was like
promotion.
2 sides on that Nelly.
Sweat and Suit.
Yeah, I had that.
I ain't had that one. Now he lost me after he lost me. He lost me right there.
Now, see, that's when I was like, okay, Natalie.
Yeah, he lost me.
Natalie.
Drop down and get your eagle on, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. I was like,
Not gonna
yeah.
lie, saying
You know,
lost, but that motherfucker was a hit.
it was a hit. It was a hit. I'm number one. Was I used to be that one is not beginner and 2 you don't remember. I was saying that when I was on my football team back in my day. But yeah, like I was saying, you come from a city where Nelly and the St. Lunatics, Chingy. Who else? What's my band name? All My Life Dirty. Keywan. What's his name? All My Life Dirty.
Jaquan.
I've been living. Yeah, Jaquan. Yeah, that nigga, tipsy nigga. That nigga was
The pop,
hard.
lock, and drop it,
Pop,
nigga.
lock, and drop it.
Yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
He dead?
Yeah,
He passed a while ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh, my God, did not know that.
and so like you have those type of people. Then you have underground people like Lil St. Louis, who I've came across. Who was doing his thing at one point. I don't know what he's doing now. But shout out to him. But you come across those type of guys in that type of city where it's like when y'all hit. And there's no little shit going on. Like, how does it feel coming from that? You know what I mean? Knowing that you coming from a place of prestige, you know what I mean? It's like St. Louis ain't a soft place, and then y'all do have something of a culture of music.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it feels dope. I mean, just, you pay homage to like all the legends that came before you, and you grow because you know where you came from. Like, you can't forget, like, even like the blues scene. You got Chuck Berry, you got people like that no matter how you try to make your sound, like, you kind of still have those roots that show themselves in the music that you're making. So it allows us to be creative because we don't have to be confined by any rules. So that's why you see like there's so many different sounds in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? You have a Smino, then you have a LA Foes, you have a Pink Caravan, you have a Matty Woods, you have a J Hop. You have like all these different people that kind of like take these different sounds, but somehow we are able to all collaborate and just make it work still. So it's just dope to see how when the city can come together and do something good for it, that we make some good stuff together.
Yeah, St. Louis, I don't know if everybody know, but St. Louis is, it's no different from Chicago as far as the streets and the trenches.
Yeah.
So like, with that going on coming up and staying focused, like how were you able to do that and and not get distracted by those type of things? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I just gotta give praise and glory to God and my parents. I come from a good cloth of people that I was fortunate enough to have both my parents in the household that kind of could put me into sports, put me in activities and stuff to just keep you out of certain situations that you didn't have to be in. We were just really fortunate, me and my brother in that regard. So just a lot of good mentors around you. Like people say, it takes a village. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I don't even take any credit for it because I could have easily went a different direction. But this coming from a good stock of people that just work really hard to just keep us on the straight and narrow. So yeah, shout out to.
And when was the time like you feel like, damn, I'm gonna do music? Like, what was that like?
That was college time. So I really just got pushed from like my homies to that. They're like, bro, you nice, like you should try and to see what happens.
Would you just freestyle and they was like, nigga, what?
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. I was freestyling in a what was that, like a study hall or something? We supposed to be studying. We were not studying. We were rapping.
The study hall is never used for the studying.
Yeah,
it's the kicking spot.
It's the kicking spot. And everybody was just freestyling. And I just went a little longer than everybody else. And my close homie and producer, Charles Loss, he recorded me. He said, "Do that again." and recorded me again and sent it to all the guys. And like, he nice. Like, see what's to him. Like, bring him on board and let's see
You
who
caught
comes
the
up.
bug.
Yeah, caught the bug. And that itch ain't going away. Yeah,
That's a good bug.
I mean, speaking of bug, let's talk about your actual album. You know, Black Onyx. Man, was this your debut album?
Yeah, it was the debut full length project that I made. It was just basically just about the transition from when I originally had lived in St. Louis to moving to Chicago at the time. So just kind of just stepping on your own for the first time. You know, like you go from high school to college, you kind of have like a set protocol that you can follow. You get your degree, you get a job, you get this, then the third. It was kind of like me taking that chance to finally do something. Like, I'm doing music and I'm gonna make this move, you know, and see what becomes of it. And just the ups and downs that go along with it, you know, kind of shows itself in the landscape of the project. And just you know, the times of confidence, the times of the lack of confidence, the times of, man, what am I doing? The times of, I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it kind of just encompasses all those different emotions. So I'm proud of just for the fact that, you know, you in your 20s and stuff, a lot of life changes happen. So everybody can relate to, you know, making changes in your life and hoping that, you know.
Why that title?
So it's twofold. So like on the deeper level, Black Onyx is like a stone that people use to like counteract those feelings of like anxiety, lack of knowing where you want to go in life. So it kind of like, I was expressing those emotions, but the Black Onyx is kind of was like counteracting it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just in that regard. And then on a superficial level, Onyx is a bus and strip club. You know what I'm saying? So kind of has like a lot of music like encompasses that sound too. So it's kind of like trying to bridge, you know, a deeper level of things, but like kind of like a ear candy type vibe to it too. So
I'm more of a bottoms up type of guy.
Oh, you for real?
Yeah.
I was rocking with Pink Slip back in the day. You know, I
made a cutie up in Pink Slip. You know what I mean? But you know,
we all have. It
You
might
know
be the
what I
same
mean?
one.
Shout out to Gene. Yo. Oh, that was a good one. Look, St. Louis humor. Y'all don't know nothing about that, though.
Man, tap in with the city, man.
Yeah, tap in. St. Louis is so underrated. I think I have fun when I go to St. Louis. You hear me? I always have a good time, man. Yeah. And damn, I wish the Rams would have won a Super Bowl there.
Man, that's never gonna.
Did that hurt y'all?
I mean, we got the one in '99.
Yeah.
No. I'm about to say like y'all they moved and then they win.
I mean, it stings, but you know, I've dealt with pain before.
Yeah, it's like the girlfriend you like get pregnant after y'all break up and hit $1 million lick. You know
Like, why did you do that?
Like, have you seen like any impact to the economy from that move?
To be honest, like, not really, because first off, like the Edward Jones Dome, they sabotaged us with that. The Edward Jones Dome is terrible. Like, they should have did renovations to that. Stan Kroenke sabotaged us. He, you know, he's gonna keep the team in the city and did not. He did not. He took it to LA, and he's going to pay that bread, man. He's going to pay that bread to the city, man. So
we on your ass, dog.
Yeah, we on that, man.
So in a way, it slightly did.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But we need that money.
All we got is a baseball team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hey, but the Cardinals, though, they tough.
They still,
they still.
We won it, and the Blues won recently. They won a couple years ago, I think. Because I was going crazy in my first year I moved out here. I was going crazy in my room. I had a noise complaint and everything.
Hold on, damn, y'all got 2 baseball teams?
No, the hockey
that's the
team.
hockey
The hockey team, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
See, I don't watch hockey. Excuse me.
Look, I do in the Black
I
Hawks.
support the city. Whatever's winning.
I support the Black Hawks in the playoffs. Oh, we gone.
Yeah.
Now, was there any time, you know, while you was making Black Onyx, was there any time during this album process for you to be in your debut? Was there like any challenges that you faced that damn near led you to say, you know what? Fuck this album. I think I might want to do something else.
Yeah. It was actually crazy enough. It was actually on my birthday. When I was working on it. I had been working on this project for a minute and really actually took a break from it and dropped like a string of like EPs that kind of kept momentum going for me. But it was actually time my birthday. I had a lot of my friends over and stuff, and we played the tape, and everyone was liking it. I'm just like, this is not what I wanted to sound like. It's one thing for the people to enjoy something, but if it didn't come from the place that I know it should come from and sound the way I want it to sound, and it just put like a damper on my day for a second. I was just not feeling right about it. Went back to the drawing board with, like I said, with Charles Lawson, and we just started repumping it out. I had my homie, my boy Preach that came out here. He helped revitalize just a lot of the ideas in terms of visually. You know, I'm a visual person, so just seeing the different landscapes we create visually kind of like allow me to be like, okay, this is the direction we need to get on. We need to go in, and you know, it just started taking off from there, and we hit our stride. We dropped it. It's been doing extremely well, and you know, I'm just blessed. You know, just blessed. So shout out to all my homies that was a part of it. My boy Q helping out. You know, there's a lot of people that help put that project together. So
it's a vibe.
Man, I appreciate it.
Definitely a vibe. Like to our listeners, all 12 tracks, you don't gotta skip none.
Hey, yo, Biko just hit a roll in here, a hip roll in here that never been seen before. That's how you know it's a hit. My man's went juke town on me. He turned into the Pope in here. It's definitely a vibe. If Biko could roll to your shit,
yeah,
he thought he was listening to Pretty Ricky.
Stiffness.
So I have a question. So I kind of want to know, because I've been following your music for a while now, like a long ass time.
For sure.
So I want to know, like, because you've taken some music off of social media and like you've taken it down. So one, why do artists do that, or why did you do that? Why did you take some of your older music down? Then I'll get into my next question.
It just wasn't up to snuff. Like I just look back at a lot of the music I was making. I was like, man, this is not it. But if people reached out to me, it's like, hey, bro, why you take so-and-so down? Can I have that? I'll send it to you. You know, it was just like, at the time, I just felt like it was such I had grown so much as an artist, and I thought my skill had just increased by so much. You could just see such a big gap that I wasn't.
But you don't think that people want to see that growth though? Like, I kind of have a beef when artists do that, because I love like coming across an artist and then being able to go into their archives and actually seeing their growth. Like, damn, he was okay when he came out, but now this nigga raw as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah. I think a lot has to do with just, you know, we sensitive about our work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy to, because you know, when you create something, you release it, it does not belong to you anymore. You know what I'm saying? It belongs to however it gets interpreted by the rest of the world. That's how they see it. And so when I feel like certain music is no longer serving that purpose for me, and it's something I can't be proud of anymore, then I just take it down. Whether maybe that might be right or wrong, you know what I'm saying? You know, I think that's something that can be debated on by how people look at it. But I think it's just the main thing is people just real sensitive about their craft, and they just want, you know, put their best foot forward, and just they want whatever people see to be the best version of themselves.
You can still recreate. You can still recreate those tracks too,
for sure.
Them out.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that. So I guess the second part of my question is, so you, like, over the years, you've released a series of singles, a series of EPs. What was it about Black Onyx that you said, like, it's time for me to stop doing these EPs, it's time for me to stop doing these singles, and let me give people a full project? Like, what was that shift? Like, why you just didn't drop another EP?
I think I just got to a point where mentally, like, I knew what type of project I wanted to create, and I knew I couldn't be able to get all of that emotion out in a small body of work. It would take 10 to 12 tracks to get that out. And I feel like I finally had my, I finally had my weight up where it made sense, where people would take the time out to listen to 10 to 12 tracks, you know what I'm saying? Where, you know, I was getting the same amount of streams on track 12 as I'm getting on track 3, you know, and stuff like that. And it really just truly just felt like, to me, it just made sense. Like, but like I said, it just, all those emotions I had, all those feelings I had, just couldn't be concise to three tracks. And then while we was working on the project, we just kept knocking song after song after song out, and it was like, the energy's still there, keep going, like, let's keep making them. So it just felt right. You know,
what was the creative process? Because you have a lot of different production, like you got Charles Loss, I think you got Fifth of Hand on there. I know I'm forgetting somebody, but what was the creative process actually like for Black Onyx working with different producers?
Well, you know, initially it always starts off with me telling Charles Loss what I'm trying to do, and everything kind of branches off from that. And then, you know, creating notes and stuff like that, and creating a couple songs that we feel like encompass, like, fully what the tape is supposed to sound like. Because originally the tape was supposed to be called the Young Hopper EP. So, like, the song Young Hopper that premiered on here, like, like years ago, we wanted to kind of have, like, that type of feel to it. And so, like, a lot of the songs we made kind of just fleshed off of that. Like I said, I work with a group of talented producers, you know what I'm saying, Fifth of Hand, Chan Thousand, like, that were able to hear what I was making on that and be able to branch it out. So it just makes sense. You know what I'm
Got
saying?
you. So I also know for Black Onyx, I love the rollout that you did personally. I thought it was really dope
I
because
appreciate it.
marketing and that type of stuff, like you can't have one without the other these
Right.
days. So one thing that I noticed was you put together a listening party for Black Onyx.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the idea behind that and how did that actually go for you?
Just, you know, it was during like the
It was
project
in the
coming.
panoramic.
Yeah, it was coming out during the COVID time. So like, I really wanted to have like a show that I was going to do where you can see the people that, you know, mingle with your fans, mingle with your friends, and, you know, just a celebratory thing. Because, you know, we went through a period where a lot of us hadn't seen each other in a long time, but was working on this project separately. It was just cool to see all the collaborators, all the different artists that were part of it, be able to congregate in one space together and just kind of rekindle friendships that you haven't seen in a while. And it kind of was just like a coming together with just a lot of people. So I really wanted it to even just be more than just about the tape itself. I wanted it to be more about just the a culmination of everything I've been through while I was living in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? And all the people that meant a lot to me while I was working on the project, being able to celebrate with me, you know, popping Bel Air bottles, we, you know, making Black Onyx random drinks and stuff together and just having a good time. So that's what it's all about, you know what I'm saying?
Now, before we get in, you know, before we end things off, I want to know about your most personable record on Black Onyx. And like, why is it personable to you?
The most personable record on Black Onyx would have to either be that's tough. It's really like three. I'm just gonna say one. Probably B I'm Gone. The Bitch I'm Gone joint.
I like that
Yeah.
one. I ain't even
Yeah.
heard it.
Nah.
Bitch, I'm gone.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
that was definitely the most personal record to me. Mainly because it was literally me saying like, I'm leaving the crib, I'm leaving St. Louis, and it was, you know, it's like when you a kid and you gotta fight that big dude, you know what I'm saying, and you gotta hype yourself up to go at him, you know what I'm saying. That's what it was. I was nervous, but it's like, man, bitch, I'm gone, I'm out of here. Like, first line is, I'm in my zone. I ain't got no choice. I left the crib. We on our own. I shook that beat like the Rams at the Dome. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of like, even though you're nervous, you still took that leap of faith. You still take that chance. And luckily, you know, it paid off in the right way. But just like the idea I was saying about counteracting the emotion of, even though you're nervous, you put that role on, you build yourself up, and you go tackle it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's it.
Bitch, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm gone.
We outside.
I mean, you got to let people know how they can stay in tune with you. And I mean, I honestly just want to say too, I thank you for sliding from St. Louis
Man,
to here,
of course,
my brother.
much overdue. You know, we
appreciate
supposed to
it.
be, you know
Long
what I'm saying?
overdue.
Appreciate y'all for having me. But yeah, to get in touch with me, Instagram, Twitter, J-Hop, J, spell the whole dash out, H-O-P. If you know what I'm saying. If you want to, I'm on TikTok, but you know what I'm saying. If you want to, I guess. But yeah, them two main spaces you can find me in. You know what I'm saying? Tweet me. I always tweet back. You know what I'm saying? Come kick, you know what I'm saying? Hop cool, man.
I like that. Hop cool. Look at that.
You
Y'all
got an
been-
event coming up.
Oh, shit.
Just-
Go.
Yeah, we got pop-ups coming up, shows coming up. Tap in. If you in St. Louis, it's about to get real hectic, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sheesh. The link, one more time. The link, let people know how they can actually come out to the event.
It's Eventbrite's Black Onyx at Eventbrite. If you go on to Pro Field Reserve, all you gotta do is pull up. If you're in St. Louis, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Pro Field Reserve, just pull up. It's free.
When is it?
Pro Field Reserve is gonna be Wednesday. My boy Q gonna be performing there too, so it's about to get real. It's about to be decent. It's about to be real decent. Come grab you a Black Onyx jersey. You know what I'm saying? We selling them, so it's gonna be a real good event, man.
That's
Real
what
good
I
event.
like to hear. Black Onyx is out. And you know what, man? Ending off our time with you. I got Bitch I'm Gone loaded up. I had to put some emphasis on that joint. I'm going to play that record. Y'all make sure y'all keep it locked because we're going to take a brief intermission. We'll be back with y'all around like 6:30. We got the homie Panamera P in the building. But Bitch I'm Gone.